And now we are live also. So the next introduction, who is next? Let's go with Alia. You are also a big help and supporter of the GEH since the beginnings. I'm so happy to have you here in another different type of role.
Thank you. Thank you, Andrea. Yeah, it's good to be back on the third year. Hi, everyone. I'm Alia. I run a social enterprise. I'm also an angel investor for a few small startup and companies, very big into women empowerment. I've also started up some clinics because clinics and medical is my background to begin with. Therefore, I'm also not just judging, but also looking into investment portfolios for other companies, not just for mine. But education is the other thing. I'm big on training and education, and run a few small other enterprises, including advisory for foundations and new social enterprises. So that's basically what I do. Thank you, everyone, and all the best. Good luck.
Thank you so much. So we had Rashmi, we had Alia. Let's go to Andrew.
Hi. Okay, I got my on. Okay. Hi, I'm Andrew. I'm from E3 Hubs, co-founder of E3 Hubs. I'm actually a business incubator. I incubate startup businesses and scale up as well across Southeast Asia. And thanks to Andrea for having me to be part of this exciting women startup business pitching. Women entrepreneurs is one of the things that I really like to focus on, and to develop more women entrepreneurs, not just in Malaysia but also in Southeast Asia. So some of these women are also in this pitching today, and I wish you all the best and keep all you got. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I think it's Ashish who is left. So Ashish, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me. So very quickly, I'm a venture partner with an American impact fund, which is based out of Boston. The fund is focused on investing in high potential startups in India and Africa. And I do the deal flows for our startups and our partners in both the geographies. I'm also a founder myself. And this is a startup which has been founded by my fiancée, Catherine, who's now here in India with me. Long story short, we're currently working with a whole lot of traditional artisans out of India, and we create luxury goods that we are then offering to our patrons in the US at the moment, but then we'll be going global hopefully in the next few years. I also have role of Chief Business Officer of a boutique IT services firm, which is based out of Singapore, and we have our dev centers based out of India. So yeah, excuse me.
I did the same yesterday live, so no worries. I was interviewing a speaker and I was just in the middle, like keeping it back, and it wanted to come out. So I went, it's all right. It's this time, so no worries. It's a safe environment online. Sneezing, it's very safe. Thank you so much for being here, and let's kickstart the competition. I think we are all excited, and let's make the most use of the time. We will be with those competitors who are here. So if you cannot be here and you couldn't make it, you can make it next time. So I'm already very, very happy that the 5 of you are here. I'm really excited. We are live on the Global Empowerment Hub YouTube channel, so people will see your pitches, and maybe you can collect more investors at the same time by the Global Empowerment Hub and the visibility that we can give you. So Tamesh, there is nothing left, right? We just have to say 1, 2, 3.
yeah. Well, we can begin to the so I'm very exciting, and I'm very curious about the pitches. So it's
Me too. So for all the jury members, please keep your evaluation little page on the posi.io page in front of you, and then just to see what you have to listen to, make some notes, and we can start. Tamesh, I think you will call out the first competitor. I will give you the right. This is a historical moment. Let's do it together.
Okay.
So who will be first?
First, it's AM He.
I think age me, I didn't see. So I think we can choose from Vahini, Nanny Care, Etsy Farm, Uma, Book My Spot, and Call My Own Baby.
Maybe it's Bee Garden, if the second one.
No, still not.
No. Okay. Just
it's good. We are doing a check-in, like who is here.
Yeah. Book My Spot.
Yes, here you go, Huma. The spot is yours. It's like a winning wheel. All right, share your screen, and then we can go on with your 2 minutes of pitching, and I will maybe time it.
Yeah, just give me a minute.
Okay, let me bring up the timer also so that we can have it on the spot. Okay. Okay, so let me know if you need my help, but normally I'm just setting the timer for 2 minutes. And then once you are ready, you just have to say that you are ready. And then we will see when the time is up. Okay. Hope everyone had a good day. It's always exciting to be the first. So just take a big breath. And then don't worry, we will solve the situation, and we are very kind people, heart-centered, so it's nothing to worry about in this room. Let me know if you have a problem with sharing your screen.
Yes, that's what I'm looking at actually.
I think it was the same way like last time.
But I have the button now. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's still not sharing.
I cannot play. I would play some music, but YouTube doesn't like it. The copyrights are not ready. So we can sing or something.
Can like anyone else go first, and then maybe
we can do that. Yes, we can do that. Okay, so Tamash, you see the names on the spot also on the screen, so you can choose from the screen here in the Zoom room.
Okay, I check the next one. It's Wisconsin. Wisconsin is here.
No,
it's Camelon Baby.
Yes, it's here. Camelon Baby.
Okay.
Ren, if you can on your video and you could share your deck, we can start with you. Let's see. I think the setting up is the hardest part when you are preparing for a competition like this, and you have to be there. So Ren, are you around, and can you make your pitch? And could you share your screen?
Yeah, I'm around, but I think I have problem with my video.
Oh, that's
so you can't see me, but I tried to set with my screen.
Okay, so let's try to share the screen.
Yeah.
I think the voice is the most important. I just learned it from one of the speakers. So
okay, first of all, I have to be very apologize that actually I have no idea that I was in this competition. Yeah, so I be very honest, I really didn't prepare well in my pitch deck. So for the 2 minutes, I will use the way that I present a very simple way. So is everyone see my pitch, I mean my share screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so we can start now?
Yes, 2 minutes. Okay. I will push the button.
2 minutes. All right. So I'm a person who start with my baby products that is as edible as possible, as we found out that in Malaysia, there are every year 20% for eczema newborns is increasing. So let's say if in Malaysia, we have 400,000 baby newborns every year. So imagine the 20% that increase. So in our common products, we are trying to avoid all these triggers allergenic, which is, like I said, our physiology, as edible as possible. So yeah, without these all things, the baby, if accidentally ingested the products, the baby skincare, it will never hurt them. So now in Malaysia, we already push this into the market, and be very honored. We have also into those pharmacies and some hospitals, government hospitals. So as you can see from the EWG, the official one, we are placed under 4 where others big brands is actually behind, as we are using food grade flavoring to replace all the essential oils and also the fragrance. We also using the very natural ingredients to put in our products to make sure our things is actively and works effectively instead of just make it as a claim. So to make it eco-friendly, we also using this straw to be our packaging. So all this is the ingredients currently in my only 2 SKU, but coming soon in Malaysia, we will also push as more as SKU we can, because we already spent another year for past year to invest into R&D our own products for toddler range. So this is only for newborns, means 0 to 4 years old. And all this is the certificates for Malaysia Health and also some certificates to classify us as a hypoallergenic products and also dermatologist products, which is safe for babies. All this is our testimonial from our customers. And this is a doctor's speech.
So I think the time is up. So I don't know how strict we are.
Yeah, but actually what I want to try to say is that, so the important thing is, I would like to repeat again, is because in Malaysia, we very hard to get a really so-called natural products. So I am so far the first baby product which is can eat, I can say that, in Malaysia.
Thank you so much and so well done. 2 minutes.
Yeah, thank you
short.
so much. Yeah.
I know it's very short, and I'm really happy that you are here at the end, and I'm really happy that you pitched this idea. So I will give it to the jury for asking questions. Now is the 4 minutes of Q&A is happening.
Really, thank you about that.
Okay, guys, you can start your questions. Who will go first? Maybe raise hands. Or Tamas, you would like to start?
Yeah, of course. What do you need?
I honestly need fund.
Mm-hmm. How
Yeah,
much?
How much? 300,000 Malaysian ringgit. Yeah, because I would like to use the funds to come up with my SKU, which is now currently under R&D. And also I would like to use that fund to work more in workshop and go into the hospitals and the confinement centers to give more workshop educations about the knowledge for the ingredients. Because I believe that in Malaysia, maybe in other countries as well, parents are not really aware about the ingredients. They might know that fragrance is very bad to the skin, but they have no idea that actually essential oil also can cause the eczema and cause the dry skin. So I think my job, my mission is to educate the parents together with the experts and the professionals panels in Malaysia to make these things to another level. Thank you.
May I ask a question?
Yes, please.
You mentioned that you want only 300,000 ringgit. Do you think this is enough for a consumer brand like yourself?
Be very honest, I don't ask for more because I just want to use this wisely use this 300,000 for what I have now. Because before I started my business, I'm actually doing biomedicals for past 8 years. So to expand the networks, I have my panels with me already. Just we need the little fund to run the so-called events. So I already have. Yes.
My advice to you would be that you're actually undercutting yourself. 300,000 ringgit is not going to help you because I have managed consumer companies.
All right, thank you.
Just giving you advice. Please look into those numbers. That's very less.
Very less. Okay, because last time I did mentions to one of the startup companies here that I need 500,000, but that feel like 500,000 for me to this 1 year is a bit too much. So I'm actually looking for the funds for coming 1 year to spend that thing.
No, my advice to you is, if someone says, "Oh my God, that's a ton of money," please don't be disheartened. I mean, I'm more than happy. Please connect with me. I'm more than happy giving you free advice. All right.
All right, that's so appreciate. So much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I have a question. What's your range of products, and have all of them been tested and certified as being completely safe? I mean, you mentioned that they're all food grade, so it's easy to ingest, but food grade doesn't necessarily mean that it's, children with sensitive skin will not react to it. So I just want to understand,
I'm actually using the food flavoring, which is that one, the sense, if I always been, how to say that, introduced to friends that they didn't try before, that, do you know the vitamin C that we eat, the supplements?
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually the orange flavor that we very common to see. So I'm using the orange that we eat to replace the essential oil or the fragrance, the scent, to cover and mask the scent behind. Yeah, so it's very mild, which is actually just placed on our skin. After a few minutes, it's actually will just bye-bye from our skin. You can't really smell some things from our skin compared to essential oil or compared to fragrance.
So the question remains, has there been extensive testing done on your products?
Yes, I did. So all the cert just now that I put is the one that tested by third party to make sure I'm really there. Because back in here, we need all these things to do claim before, for our advertisement. So I cannot just claim it simply by myself.
So the testing is to ensure that, so you've tested it with babies who have the dermatitis and they have not reacted to it.
Yes. Those very sensitive skins, and they are not response to these things, which is really safe for hypoallergenic skins babies and also dermatologist problems babies.
I see. Okay. Thank you.
Alia, you had a question?
Yeah. How many SKU do you have?
I'm just 2 now.
Okay. That's a good start. Is it in market now?
Yeah, it's in market now.
Okay. What's your go-to-market strategy?
I'm actually starting from confinement centers, and also I'm starting from some private pharmacies.
Okay. You don't have an online strategy?
I did. I actually selling online as well, but after MCO, we found out that the things in online is getting slower. So I start approaching the confinement centers and also the pharmacies, the private one, because in chain, they do give me a lot of problem, especially comes to the costing. So the private one, they are more sincere to do the collaborations together.
So who is your target market actually?
I will say that the parents who middle upper.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if you need advice, you can always come and reach out to us. That's not a problem.
Yeah, thank you so much.
See how we can help you, because I suspect there's something wrong with your business model.
Yeah, I'm still looking about that.
Yeah, especially your distribution channel.
Pardon?
Especially your distribution channel.
Yeah.
Your distribution channel need to be improved actually. If it's something that is really, I understand where you're coming from. And definitely a lot of babies have a lot of a lot of allergies and so on, right? So the question is how well are you?
The reason why I'm looking for fund to expand more SKU, because few past months I tried to work together with the baby shops in Malaysia, like Mother Cares, baby shops, and but then they turned me down because they told me that my SKU is too little for them. So they wish me, they hope the collaborations can work right after I have more SKU come out. That's why I'm more like, I have the desperate to expand in this part.
No,
Previously, previously I was looking more like spending more times and efforts to work together with the expert channels like doctors, PIT, or dermatologists panels. But right after that, when I trying to start to get close to those baby shops, then they just told me about the SKU problems. So that's why I a bit urged for that.
I will. I mean, it's going to be a long discussion. It's not right for a moment over here to talk about it. But you know, if you need more, if you need some input from us from E3 Hub, please feel free to talk to me. You can get my number from Andrea.
Andrea,
Yes, I will connect you. I will connect you. Just get back to me, and then I will connect you with all the people in the room. And Alia has a question also. Alia, you wanted to ask a question?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Ren, for the pitch deck. But I think we will agree that a lot of things are missing on the deck, which is why probably we have quite a bit of questions. And a few of my questions have been asked by Andrew. But Ren, I'm interested to know, or did I miss it? How long has this product been in the market?
1 year actually. This month is our first anniversary.
Okay, so because I do see you on Lazada and Shopee with a very low numbers. So obviously I'm same as Andrew. I'm wondering whether you have done some promotions as in like on the digital platform space probably, and a little bit more info. I think it would be good if piece of advice would be to look into your pitch deck again, because there's quite a bit of things missing in your pitch deck, which would help us really help us to see where you're going, because this is more like a info rather than a pitch deck as in what you
Yeah,
going to do with
because
the money.
I
There's
really
so
have
many
no
things.
idea I was in this competition.
Okay, fair enough. But I think in the event that because you're asking for funds, right? So now you're in the competition. So let's just assume that you are in the competition. You want some funds. It has to be clear, regardless of what the amount is, because like Ashish says, 300,000 is
It's too less.
I wouldn't say it's too less. I think it's about what you want to do with the amount of money.
Okay.
Right, so it could be even 100,000, but if we know that it's going to be spent and it's going to bring the outcome that we foresee will be beneficial and profitable, of course, then maybe even 100,000 would do. But then again, it could be at least 1 million before we actually see some actual results. So it's really not the amount, but how much, what you're going to do with that money, and what is the outcome of the money that is given to you, how much is going to be spent on what, where you are versus with the money, where you're going to go with that. I think that's that. And also, like, things that are missing are your company culture, who else is in the business with you, what do the investors get in the event that they do invest, etc. These are the other things that I'm sure the rest of us would still be thinking along those lines. So thank your lucky stars, because Ashish and Andrew has offered to assist you, and I do really hope that you would take up the offer and look through this.
Actually, I was like saying the same, that okay, you say you didn't know that you were in the competition, but at the end you will get so much more out of it, and it's always good to show up and to be there and to do the pitch instead of not doing it, because you cannot lose anything, right? So you in the competition, and don't worry, you come next year and then you can get the funds that you want. So and you're already connected to 2 other jury members who wanted to mentor you. So I think we have to stop here, because it was more than 6 minutes first practice. We have to be shorter with the questions, but we did very well. And thank you so much, Ren, for presenting and for being here today. So please stay with us. We will come back with the evaluation after everyone finished the pitches. Okay, so
all right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Don't go anywhere. Just stay with us until.
All right. Thank you.
Who is next, Tamash? Choose from the screen. Be always
Etsy Farm Market.
Etsy Farm. Okay, Chia, your turn. I will just ask Ren to just stop sharing the screen so that we can give the space for Chia. Thank you so much. So Chia, the stage is yours.
Hello. Hello. Hello, government.
Yeah, we hear
Yeah, we
you.
can hear you. Yes, yes.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mackenzie. I'm from Easy Farm. I'm founder of Easy Farm. Actually, Easy Farm is an online sustainable wagon marketplace. So what we encounter is in Malaysia, the agriculture cost is raised by 70% currently. And from the survey, most of the respondent feedback is 25% of that encounter that it's very difficult for them to get some wagon product, and 65% that feedback that the wagon product is too expensive for them. So I try to provide the web-based marketplace so that easier for them to look for the wagon product and try to minimize the cost by reducing those agriculture costs and those retail costs by reducing the distribution channel. And the market size in Malaysia is about 4.46 billion for fresh vegetable revenue by the year 2022, and USD 3.3 billion for fresh food. And based on the survey, 68% of the respondents have been tried for Malaysia plant-based food, and 45% are willing to try on organic food. So how's the revenue model work is by subscription fees, and another option is by transaction fees plus subscription fees. So the competitor analysis that I have made at the moment, we don't have the direct competitor where solely provide wagon product marketplace. So how I'm going to the early adoption, I will try to leverage on those NGOs that already encourage people who take vegetarian, and look for those condo medium apartment registration user, and of course the last one is the restaurant owner. So by a rough estimation, if let's say we start on all these this 5 segment, we can roughly get 50K about monthly revenue. So I'm looking for 500K for the funding, and 25% we're going to spend on the OPEX, and 15% we're going to spend on the enhancement on the platform, and 60% on the marketing. But I will try to optimize the marketing cost as well, so that we can spend on other revenue streams. So at the moment, I'm just a solo founder, but I'm looking for a co-founder with more experience in business development and product development. At the same time, I'm looking for the collaboration for the farmers and those joint delivery. That's all. Thank you.
Perfect timing. So well done. Thank you so much. So I will open the floor for the questions. Let's go. I will time this one too, so that we can keep the 4 minutes.
I have a question. Are you providing vegan product? Or are you trying to connect farmers to customers or to the
I try to connect the farmers and those vegan product sellers.
Okay, I think you have to be very careful, especially when you come to that speech, because you are showing farmers to consumer, you see. So it doesn't make sense. I mean, I understand that you're trying to do vegan products now. So you should be connecting vegan producer with, with the end user. So that's the most important thing. Okay. So second question is 50 times. You say you can generate a monthly revenue of 50K. Is it gross merchandise value or is your revenue?
By the transaction fees commission there. So I did not add in all the subscription fees. Yes, I just take a rough estimation on that.
So what's the gross profit margin?
Gross
What's the gross profit margin like? What's the margin like?
The gross part, I just need to how the gross margin like.
Yeah, what's the gross margin like?
Basically, the 50K can consider a gross on that because I just I really remove all the salary and the other fees. So in the early adoption, I try to not spend too much on the marketing. So there is no much cost in the early adoption stage.
Definitely, there's still cost.
I
think you should look into your cost of sales, cost of services, right? Minusing off your revenue, potential revenue to arrive to a gross profit.
My early stage is more on the capex, whereby the development fees and the maintenance fees, why I can handle my own that part. So because this one is a web based, so not that high compared to apps. So basically my cost is more on the hosting and domain and development fees.
So to get your 50K, right, what is your gross merchandise value?
The 50K that I populate is roughly, for example, each sector I get 500.
No, but what's your gross merchandise value?
Gross merchandise, I don't have the merchandise because I'm
No, you are a marketplace.
Yeah.
Right? There's a transaction involved. Some people, so you are collecting payment as well. That's called gross merchandise value. And then from gross merchandise value, when you take a percentage of it, that becomes your revenue. So your gross merchandise value is very important, you know, to determine your so-called monthly revenue that you're going to get. If you don't meet your gross merchandise value, you won't get 50K. So I want to know exactly what is your gross merchandise value, the transaction value. Put it this way, transaction value.
The transaction value I make the assumption is based on each resident, they spend on 300 monthly for the wagon product. So if let's say each one have 500 times 300, so that one is the value that I take 10% of the transaction. That one is my revenue.
So are you saying that your transaction value is going to be about 500,000 a month?
It's about that.
Okay.
I just make a rough like if let's say I manage to get each one 500 user from this when I targeted this audience, because this one they have a number of members, so 500 is about less. Some is just maybe 1% of the members.
So that's the difference between vegan and vegetarianism, isn't it? So most of these people are just vegetarian, not necessarily vegan.
Yeah, so that's why I bring in some farmer product and the vegetarian product for them in the early stage lah. Because
no other question, thank you.
For my pilot run.
I think Rashmi was having questions also.
Somewhat similar to what Andrew has. I mean, I'm just concerned about what is your strategy to get these people to go to you for, because it's not differentiating between vegan and vegetarian products. Vegetarian is any vegetables, fruits, whatever. Vegan is a very specific subset of that. How would you make these Buddhist associations and all, why would they go to you and just not order masks from any other source or supplier? What's your unique selling point for them?
I try to planning for some marketing activity, for example, to raise a donation fund. Let's say they put together with us. Let's say the buyer buy from this platform, maybe I will put a certain percentage to go back for them as an early adopter. So this one is a win-win CSR program as well.
Okay, so, I'm still not clear on your business model, to be honest. That I'm not sure that it makes sense to me because, but again, you have to be very clear about who's your target audience. Why would they go only to you and not to someone else? Why would the farmers sign up with you specifically? What benefits are you giving them, or what advantage do they have? Do you have a distribution network which would really, so you need to think about those things, think about your business model a little more in depth. What is it that you are offering them that others are not? Yeah, that's all.
Anyone else would like to ask some questions? Alia?
Yeah, have you started this already, or?
Now I'm still in the testing MVP stage, so I hopefully can be launched by end of this year. So at the same time, I'm trying to approach some farmer. At least I try to onboard some for my pilot run. I'm in the stage of trying to contacting them. I already managed to get few contacts, but I try to talk to them.
What's the unique point here? Because there are so many vegetarian shops and people selling vegetarian food, vegan food. Everybody's going into the healthy living lifestyle now, but there are so many out there. So what's your unique selling point?
Actually, previously I came up with this idea because actually I providing digital and web design services, and some of the clients they're having difficulty on go digitization, especially those traditional organic shop owner. And another issue is they try not to spend so much on the web development or those spending. So I just came out something that we can help each other lah. Because this platform can minimize their cost to onboard to do digitalization. For example, they don't need to spend a few thousand for just one website. Rather, they can straightforward list the product here with just a minimum subscription. But for early adopter, I will waive out all the subscription fees just for the transaction fees we'll do. This the reason why I came out this platform. And I have some friends that they in the FMCG industry quite some years, that they already have some organic shop contact. It's just that once I was ready this platform, I can look for help to refer me to onboard some of these organic seller as well, those vegan products.
I agree with Rashmi and Andrew on this, where I think seriously you need to look into and I mean it's very nice on paper probably, but realistically I think you got to get a lot of feedback on what you want to do, and get some comments as well from everyone else, especially those in the industry, if they would want to actually go into this digitalization space to get their products, etc. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Thanks.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
May I?
Can, sure.
So what is your ask for developing this platform? How much investment are you looking for?
I'm looking for 500K because I want to
very
more
less.
on marketing.
Okay, very less. You are see, please understand, this is called the network effect. On one side, you have the farmers who are creating the vegan products. On the other side, you have a huge community that you're trying to build of people who will be purchasing these vegan products, trusting you through your platform, right? Developing a community today in a very mature market is extremely difficult. This is nothing. Seriously. I'm talking from my limited experience in consumer brands. You need at least $500,000 or more minimum.
Yeah.
Digital marketing itself, developing a community itself will take so much of your time. And I heard you saying that it'll be bare bones and very lean. It can't be lean. It cannot be lean. But okay, so I differ from what the others are saying, that you may want to. But so I for example, I'm sold on this. If I were looking at the Malaysian market and wanted to invest, I really would scrutinize your business model and may want to invest. I'm just letting you know. But your ask of only, $500,000 ringgits, very, very less. That's not going to work.
Okay. Yes, I try to have a kickstart run.
So yeah, so my advice is please try to make a term sheet. Do you know what a term sheet is?
Yeah.
No, if you don't know, that's fine. You can come and ask me. I'll give you free advice. So you have to make a term sheet. It's a very simple document. It's not 10 pages. It's just 1 or 2 pages in which on the top you write about your ask. What is the money you want? Then you give a brief description of your business, and then you give line items. Distribution of that, for example, $1 million. How would you spend it? All of that. So this is what investors are looking for. My advice to anyone in the startup world is, please invest your time in a term sheet.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, great. Thanks.
Thank you, guys. So again, I think we have to restructurize. So let's focus on the questions first. And then after that, I think what will be useful for all the participants, we could give them a little bit of mentoring. What do you say for this? So we do the questions, we do the pitching, and after the sessions, after the announcements and the celebrations, we will do a little bit of mentoring, what they can do better in the future, because that will a little bit accelerate the process of the competition. Okay? So all of you just few questions, keep to the 4 minutes and the 2 minutes pitches. So who will be next? We had Come On Baby already, and we already had Etsy Farm, and then we have 3 more competitors. So Tamas, you keep on choosing?
Just choose one. It's your decision, Andrea.
Okay, let's go for because we wanted to start with the ones Book My Spot. So let's go back to Huma. Okay. So let's try to share your screen, and then the floor is yours. And I will.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see the image. The 2 minutes, and just give me a hint if you are ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, let's go. All the best.
Hello. So Book My Spot is basically a salon appointment booking app. The problem started with the salons that there are currently no digitalized salon experience currently available in Pakistan, and the salons are using the unconventional way to book appointments. So we thought, why not provide these salons a platform where they can list their services, promote their staff in salons and aesthetic clinics, and get the real-time notifications and updates. So we are working towards a digitalized beauty experience. And on the other side, meet On The Go Huma, who is like a working woman at the age of 27, who when wants to book an appointment, she either has to go through different salon pages to figure out the best discounts or deals available, or maybe go with a friend's recommendation. And then booking an appointment itself a hassle, because when she calls the salon, either she finds the number busy or left unattended. So we thought, why not for people like her, the platform should be, smart enough to provide a hassle-free booking system at a click of a button, which gets a weekly or monthly reminders for her next booking as well. Our target audience is of around 5.4 million over here just in Pakistan, and then overall globally it's 3.4 trillion industry. We are doing 900 plus monthly bookings. We have 52 plus salons and aesthetic clinics in our platform. We have a team of around 8 people. We are charging the salons an annual subscription fee of $50 and plus 15% commission on the bookings through our platform. And our ask is to get the mentorship, get assistance in strategy building, and the funding of around to $50,000. Thank you. I'm up for the question and answers.
Wow, it's not even 2 minutes. Very well done. Guys, you are up for the questions. So hands up, and we have only 4 minutes. So when the bell rings, then we have to stop the questions. Let's go.
Can I ask, please?
Yes, go ahead.
What do you want to do with the 250,000?
Okay, so it will be spread between for marketing and product development and team building. 40% of it will go to the marketing side, because this requires a lot of marketing. And then the product development, when we talk about the product development, our app is ready, but it's a basic app. we have to build more features into it, introduce the AI model in it, so that we understand the entire customer experience, and based on that provide the entire platform, and then develop more and more functionalities and introduce more functionalities to make it a hassle-free experience for the salons and the customers. And then for the team building, we have obviously a basic essential elements in the team as well, but we have to grow. If we want to grow exponentially, we have to bring more human resources in the team as well. So yeah.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
I guess my question here would be, you say you already do about 900 bookings a month on this. What has been your experience in terms of the demand? I mean, is this like a burning need for people, for women to have the ability to make an appointment? I understand if you're in a rush, but most women, if I understand correctly, will have their own favorite salons for certain things. They will go to them. They probably have, a direct connection there. So would they really come to your platform just to hunt? I mean, they may do it once or twice if in a rush, but is this a consistent, repeatable business model, you think? And what will be your, the salons are paying you a certain fee, but what about the other, will the women also be charged for access to the app? What's your plan for?
Okay, so we are not charging the end customers,
Okay.
anything. As for the need for the woman, basically our entire the idea behind entire of it is that yes, there are customers who are dedicated and loyal to a specific salon, but when you start introducing salons and you start introducing a good customer experience to them, they eventually move to it. For instance, a salon is charging rupees $50 for a service or something. We provide it at a discounted rate because we are charging a commission from the salons, right? To make it attractive for them. So we ask the salons to, first that we pass on that commission to the customers as well. And then we negotiate, when we get the salons onboarded, we negotiate few deals and discounts from them as well that we can exclusively put up on our, platform. So that is also one thing that is, attracting the audience. And then we are using the influencer marketing as well, because people over here, they're crazy about whatever the influencers are selling to them. So we are using those platforms as well to attract those audiences, that how easily you can just quickly get it done. So it's all about trying to make the audience understand how it can help them in the entire experience. And then not only that, we have a plan to make it a platform where they can come and post any of their queries. Like currently they're using Facebook groups or different platforms to discuss their problems and stuff like that, or ask where the best which makeup artist is currently trending and stuff like that. So they will get it on this particular platform. And in addition to that, we'll also have a functionality to give authentic reviews. Like currently on Facebook, anyone can go and write a review, no matter whether they have even avail the services or not. But on our platform, once only you have avail the services, only then you can provide a review, whether it's good or bad, and give ratings to the salons owners.
Okay, nice. Thank you.
I have a question for Huma. Yeah, Huma, what is the competition in the space?
Okay, so currently we don't have much direct competition at the moment. There are, a lot of companies operating, but in other domains like logistics and food and stuff like that. But there are a few startups who, started it, but then they gradually, either, stopped working on it. They got more jobs, some other jobs, and they, moved into it. So there are multiple startups who are working on it, but their market segment and the way that I'm not like selling myself, but the way that we are working is entirely different, because what we have done is we have even took the best industry people on our platform, the best salons on the platform, and we are not just making it a platform for the bookings of the appointment, but an entire salon beauty experience. So that's how I differentiate it as well. So there are apps like Hamilo, there are apps, other apps available, but they're not they haven't grown that big. And apart from that, there are multiple apps who are just working on providing the home services, but I differentiate from them in a way that they are selling the home services, and we are not doing that. We are just helping the salons getting digitalized and have a providing a good experience. So that's why they're not my direct competitors, but they are big. Like Gerber is one example that is operating there.
Thank you.
Okay, I think it was a complete set of questions. Thank you so much for presenting your idea and for being our competitor today. And then we are going further. I think we just go in order. So we have Nanny Care on the top of my screen. Let's go to you, Maria. We will wait until you can share your screen, and then we will continue. We have Maria, and then we have Vahini Capital, Regina, our fifth competitor today. Okay. Once you are ready, just give me the signs and I will start the clock.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Hi, I'm Maria, and I'm the founder of Nanny Care. You see, I grew up with a single mother and witnessed her struggle to balance her work and parenting. Looking for a trustworthy, reliable, and equipped nanny is also hard. This is where Nanny Care comes in, an e-platform that will help parents to easily book and connect with trustworthy, equipped, and trained nannies. Based on our sum, our target will be 25 transactions daily for our first year. The Nanny Care e-platform will serve as a third party that will bridge the gap between parents and trained nannies. Our app also includes features such as nanny listing of certified nannies, calendar and scheduling, task lists, messaging, video call, update page, and SOS button. To avail our services, it will be $2 per hour, and we have a minimum of 3 hours per transaction, where 40% will be to the Nanny Care platform. These are our competitors, but our advantage are we are user-friendly, we have well-equipped nannies, the security of kids and nannies are guaranteed, and we're budget-friendly. To penetrate the market, we will engage through advertising platforms, word of mouth, malls and offers, digital ads, and partnership with Tesla. To make this possible, we need $12,000 at 10% equity. 60% will be to the development of the mobile app and website, and 25% to the operation and maintenance expenses, and 15% to our marketing. Finally, this is the Nanny Care team. And remember, I care, you care, we care. Nanny Care. Thank you.
I just love it. I really think you made everyone smile. It was so great. Thank you so much. I don't know whether it's your voice or how you present, but I think I saw the smiles going on even on the hardest people who cannot smile too much. Thank you so much. Let's go for the questions.
Where are you operating out from? Which part of the Philippines?
We are currently not operating. We're still creating our MVP because we actually need the funds to pay up for the. Can you go back to the line item for the maintenance and operating expense?
No. I'm asking you, where are you operating from?
Oh, we're in the Philippines and we're going to operate Nanny Care in Palawan or Puerto Princesa City.
Oh, now I remember you, girl. You okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Ashish,
I think $17,800 is too little.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, too little.
Andrew said exactly what I was about to. So I don't know. I'm just getting into mentorship mode. This is this amount is not good.
Yeah.
Again, coming back to you, please do your due diligence on term sheet. I can tell you right off. I can tell you a figure right away, but then you have to do the homework. This is not correct.
Yeah, this is not correct.
Yeah.
Not correct
This
at all.
is, yeah, this is actually the 17 is, what do you call that? We just,
Yeah,
the amount is like from Philippine peso.
from my Palawan State University.
Yes, sir. I am from Palawan State University.
Okay.
And yeah, the 17K is actually from, we just converted the Philippine peso to dollar because that's what
So you're
Mr.
too small.
Miller.
You're thinking too small.
Yeah. Okay, I will get to this because when we were doing our business proposal, my financial advisor said that maybe you should look into the salary for the CTO.
I wonder who's your
developers.
financial advisor. I hope it's not my people, right?
It's actually my mom who has more than 20 years experience in real estate and accounting in several companies.
That's not good. They don't understand startup.
Yeah.
Okay, you talk to Peter and tell him to set an appointment for me to see you.
Okay. Okay, sir.
So I have a question, Maria. You spoke about nanny care, and of course, every mother, that's the biggest challenge if you're working and you need, or even if you're not working and you need time off, right? And what is your source for the nannies? How will you ensure? You said you'll ensure the safety and the quality and whatever. How are you going to source these nannies who you can be confident of?
For the hiring of the nannies would actually need to go to a series of seminars. But first, they need to apply for our company, and they need to provide us informations which are documents which is NBI clearance, and then there's the medical clearance, drug test, and the psychological test. This is, and also some valid IDs. This is to guarantee that the nannies are qualified and they are safe. And other than that, we will be giving out trainings for the nannies, which are in partnership with TESDA. TESDA is a vocational school here in the Philippines that offers midwifery and caregiver lessons. So that's how we're going to target for our nannies through the partnership with TESDA.
And what makes you different from the other similar providers out there in the Philippines?
What makes us different is that in the Philippines, I have my fair share of experience of nannies that came from the agencies, and those nanny are not well equipped. And there are certain unfortunate mistakes from, and that is our competitive advantage because we can guarantee.
Sometimes the Philippines is getting some outages. Can you hear her?
No, not very clearly. No,
you have to wait.
Nannies are safe and they would.
Connection is back. Sorry, your connection went a little bit.
Yeah, it is a bit wonky right now because it's raining here in the Philippines.
Yes.
Like there's a typhoon. Anyway, going forward with our competitive advantage with these providers that we have mentioned. Can you go back to the competitors? So Pinoy Yaya, and these are mostly agencies, and these agencies doesn't really screen the nannies. They're just taking nannies that are that's willing to work, or anyone that's willing to work. Meanwhile, in our nanny care, these are people who are professionals, which are caregivers, midwifery. We also included the graduates of K-12 students here, so that because it's an issue of course that K-12 students, they want to work but they cannot because of work experience. But I think that anyone with the proper training can be, but we're not really promoting them to be that. Just like an extra extra income for those nannies. Then Pinoy Yaya, their difference, they are not actually our direct competition because what they're offering is a subscription at a certain different amounts, and this is not on top. The subscription is on top of the payment of the nanny. Meanwhile, in nanny care, that $2 is already for like the service and the trusted nannies. And yes.
Maria, one more question. So it's do you have a marketing strategy? How can we step forward to other countries?
We have yet not. Oh, it was just a glaze of conversation, but we are planning those nannies that are being sent to the like domestic helpers that mainly take care of kids who are Filipinos. We are planning to maybe we could collaborate with these agencies and use the application for the parents to use, that they can guarantee that other kids are safe because we have the update page and video call, and they can see their kids, what they're up to. That's what we plan on doing for the marketing on the international scale.
Okay, thank you.
What's your rollout plan? When do you plan to roll this out? How many nannies? How many households? What's the numbers you're looking at? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, we have. For that, for the rollout, we plan it to do it next year. Because we're still working on the MVP, and since most of us are students, maybe if we do have funding, we could like quicken the pace and roll out immediately. And we will start here in Puerto Princesa City because I can see the demand, and I'm here in the city right now, so we could immediately, like, once the app is launched, and we can like 25 transactions for our first year, but that is only the minimum of 25 transactions because we have can we go back to some for the yes, this one. So there's actually 300,000 household here in the population in Puerto Princesa, and we have estimated a projected number of 300 household who would be interested of nanny care, but this is only for Puerto Princesa City. And then so that we could not reach too high and go for 300 immediately for our first year, we will start with 25. So if we go over or below it, we'll be fine because that would be our trial period.
How do you avoid, for example, if you manage to connect a nanny together with the parent, right? Then the second subsequent engagement, they will just go direct. And how do you avoid all that?
For that, let me just check my. For that, with what we'll be doing is there's going to be a CRM that would be checking out the database so that there won't be anything. So
No,
there won't.
it won't stop me from going to the nanny directly after that.
Sir?
Oh, it will not stop me from going directly to the nanny to get her services and bypass your platform.
Oh, for this one, sir, you can do that, but as a parent, I would like to ask, would you be fine if a nanny you would like contact this nanny, but she cannot use the application that will have those services wherein you can like see that your the video call or the live feed and the SOS, you can see that your child is safe, like there's the screen and like, oh look, let me check my child right now if what he's up to. That would be our main selling point for them. That would be our main selling point for parents, because I'm sure parents would first and foremost guarantee their kids' safety.
Maria, what are your charges again?
It will be $2 per hour, but we have a minimum of 3 hours minimum per contract.
Is that the market rate in Philippines? Because it's really low for $2 an hour.
Yeah, the market rate in the Philippines for monthly is actually 4,500 pesos. If we convert that to 50, it is just $77 per month. That is the the basis here in Philippines. And there's different rates actually here in Philippines. If you're from the main city like Manila, there's like probably 10,000 pesos and bustling city. But here in Puerto Princesa, the limit is 6,000, 4,500 to 6,000. And if you're a nanny and you're going to work for like 8 hours, it's gonna go for 9,500. And this is already clean, deducted already, the 40% is already deducted. Wait, let me just, yeah, the 40% will already be deducted. So if from that amount, I think that it's like a good amount. But of course, we are planning, my team is planning to do another market validation. This time we're going to target parents and nannies and to really see, because when we did our first market validation, it was not concentrated to Palawan. It was like all over the Philippines. We contacted parents and like people we know who are single parents, working parents. So this time we plan on doing it here concentrated here in Palawan to really see the value or like the market and who are the willingness to pay and willingness to work of the nanny and the parent.
I'm just wondering, when you look at the 40% that you're taking and you look at your rate of 37 households, I think you were targeting
25 households.
25, okay, 25
Yes.
households, right?
Yes.
And if you do the math, how are you going to pay? How are you going to bear the cost of everything else? Whether that covers, and that's something that I'm figuring it out in my head. How you're going to cover the cost and the overheads with this amount of
yeah.
Plus you've got staffing, and you've got the platform, and you've got to look into other things, including coordination and the trainings and etc. So yeah, whether how practical is the budgeting is what I'm looking at, besides the very low 17,800, or probably that's why you came up with that low figure. I don't know whether that's one of the reasons.
I have the computation for that, but I think that we would go over the time if I would explain it. I have it was a computation I made several months ago for I do have a computation of that. And so far, I think we would like, for our 6 months, we would like have a gross income of gross income of 700,000. And then that would, if we go for net, after we like deducted all the salaries for the nannies, for the people who are in nanny care, we would like have a net of 72. But that is at the minimum of 3 hours for 25 transactions daily. But I will look into it again and see I'm sure I created like the training and stuff, but yeah.
I think we have to give some time for Regina also to present. I think all the questions, let's go for the end of the announcements. After the announcements, we will make these presentations better, and we will make sure that you can get better together.
And it's very important that in Deposit.io you have find all of the contact details, and if you want to speak each other, just do it there. So it's very, very easy to connect each other and give some feedback for one-pagers. It's after the competition, or so.
Yeah, let's use it. Comment on Deposit.io. You can give all the feedbacks. You can even mentor the guys, stay on the platform and mentor them longer time, giving them advices. And also we are here, you can connect through me, so no problem. Let's go to Regina because she is eagerly waiting patiently to present her pitch. And this is the first time, so we are very nice. I was saying like this is the nicest startup panel I have ever seen on the earth. I think this is not existing in the real world, so we forgive you because it's the first time, but next time we have to be a bit more strict with the timing. And I'm really happy that we found heartfelt people, so it's really coming through the pitching session. So let's go, Regina, just give me a sign when you are ready and I will start the timer from the 2 minutes.
Just checking that everyone can hear me very well and that you can see my slides.
In the slides we can hear with the voice. I don't know, it's a bit low, right? Not too much, a little bit low. If you can speak a little bit louder.
Hi, is that better?
Okay, guys, thumbs up.
Okay.
Not yet. It's still not loud enough.
Hello. Yeah, is that better?
I think maybe changing the mode how you are, or the microphone, or put the microphone louder.
Okay.
Can you put
how
the
about this
microphone
one?
closer to you?
Yeah, it's because it's the airport. Sorry about this. Yeah. Is that better?
That is the problem, because I've always has the same problem with AirPods.
Okay, is that better? Sorry about that. Yeah, because my other earphones are not working with the computer, unfortunately. So I hope you guys can hear me, and if yes, all good, I'll start my pitch right now.
Okay, everyone put up your volume on your computers right now so that you can hear it better for the jury, just for this one, and then don't forget to put it down so that there's not shouting into your ears. And let's start, Regina, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Regina Rasmini, the founder of Wahine Capital. We're on a mission to help women to create a financially secure future through the use of a digital vault as a personal life manager. Our story begins in October 2020 when I lost my one and only sibling. Having to deal with sorting out the letter of administration, it dawned on me on how disorganized and tedious the process was. So that got me thinking about my own financial situation, and my research found that I was not the only one writing about this issue. Did you know that a woman stands to lose half of or more of their income upon death or divorce? So we're all busy people, yeah? And the average person keeps their important information in multiple locations with various stakeholders. And because of this, a vicious cycle persists. So imagine if we're able to actually save time, money, and effort by organizing the necessary. Introducing W, the digital vault, where within 3 steps, you can see a snapshot of your assets and liabilities to instigate yourself into acting where it's needed financially. And once all the important information is inputted, the user will be able to get a snapshot of their life through a dashboard. This dashboard will then show where they can improve on in their personal financial journey. So this brings to the dashboard, which will be linked to our partners so users don't need to leave the page and seek information elsewhere. We're targeting working women with an active EPF account within the ages of 35 to 50 who are looking to organize themselves to a better financial future. Our business model is based on subscription as well as revenue sharing with our partners. And Wahine is not an online will writer, nor are we addressing only debt. We believe we have a strong competitive advantage from giving a holistic solution to financial security and a very strong resource edge over our three founders' knowledge and experience. Our GTM strategy is based on a multi-pronged approach of leveraging on our partners to provide that holistic solution, as well as a strong women leaders. And that's why my team and myself are the right team to actually address the problem of low female financial security. Collectively, we have 75 years of experience in capital markets, banking, registry, and gender activity. What we're looking for
I have to stop you here. The 2 minutes were over, so we have to go the strict way because everyone had only 2 minutes. This one I cannot extend, so sorry.
Okay,
have to be fair with everyone else. So guys, you can get all the rest of the information from the pitch deck and also from your questions. So let's start the questions. Yes, Ashish, let's go.
I wanted to congratulate you for something that blew me away. Fantastic. I have no questions actually. In fact, the only question I would have is, what is the term sheet? You know, you have $500,000. How would you distribute? I mean, you mentioned it, but then I could get into line items. Marketing, what would you do? Technology, what would you do? I saw one of your founders is a specialist on blockchain payments. So that's close to my heart, because one of the roles I do is I have a strong blockchain practice of my own. So I'm very, I would be very curious to know what that entails, but that's for some other time. Wanted to congratulate you.
Okay, so basically what we're looking for is essentially, right, well, we're getting our beta out by the end of the year, by mid-December, in time for New Year resolution. And what we're asking for is basically the 500,000 US is to help us with our runway for our first 12 months, of which a lot of it is in regards to the technology, because what we're wanting to do is obviously go to market with at least banking standard security, because obviously people are just going to say, like, why would I give you all this information that I have all in one place? So that's something that we've got to worry about. And the rest would be in regards to marketing. The reason why it's very expensive, what we're budgeting for, is basically in regards to the client acquisition cost. But how we're also dealing with that in terms of going to market is that you'll see that we're doing both partnerships and collaborations. So we are looking at wanting to work with EPF. EPF is the main retirement fund in Malaysia. And they're having a digital platform organized by the end of next year. And then we're working towards getting an MOU signed with the Financial Planning Association of Malaysia, as well as we've been shortlisted in an accelerator program with FWD, which is an insurance company out of Hong Kong. And also we're working with financial bloggers, and that's how we're actually working towards getting to market. So that's where where the money will be spent in regards to marketing, to ensure that when we hit the ground, we're hitting the ground running. My founders and I were all ex-capital markets. So, EPF was a client. A lot of the insurance companies are clients. I was with Nomura for the last 15 years before I quit last year as well. So that's basically where we're asking for the money to be spent on. Yeah.
So why do you limit to women? Even men will need this kind of tool.
Yeah, so that's a fantastic question, Andrew. The reason is very, very simple. Women are the ones who are organizing your house, we are the ones who are the main caregivers. We take care of the children, we take care of the parents, right? So we're the sandwich generation. And it's usually, even if you are the main breadwinner, it's usually you will be talking to your wife and all that. And we outlive the men. So we live on average 5 years longer than the men in Asia, right? So that's why we want to be targeting the women so that they can tell their husbands, please sign up.
And that actually brings me to my question. I love the idea. Honestly, I think it's a very needed thing out there, but how do you convince the men to actually put all this information there? Because women are not always in a position of power internally, right? And this is a very sensitive area.
Yes.
I think the scenario has changed. Even people like me, I think I find a good use for this tool. In managing my assets and my liabilities, because I'm all over the place. So this tool actually helped me to, to structure everything properly. And one last question: does all this link up to a will writing kind of template or whatnot?
Okay, let me just answer Rashmi first. So we've got in the trigger events, which is basically we've identified 3 main events, right? So either death, permanent disability, or dementia, for instance. What we're looking at is that you've got both a notifier as well as access list. So let's say Andrew, you want to have your lawyer be the person who gets notified if anything happens first, right? But your access list is only maybe, so some assets will be to your wife. Another part of the portion is to your mistress, for instance. Why I'm saying that is because for Muslim men, they can marry up to 4, right? So we've also got to be taking into account that this is a patriarchal society. We've got to be sensitive to society. So that's why we've got both a notifier as well as access list. And then in regard to will writing, what we're trying to do is what we are not will writers, but we are going to be signing, partnerships with the likes of, the online will writers as well as the manual will writers. But the reason why we didn't want to go into just will writing, because the thing is, as women, we find that there's a lot of issues apart from just wills, right? Because for Muslim women, for instance, I can only will away 30% of my assets, and I cannot will to my children or my immediate family members. I can will it to my cousin, but I cannot will it to my kids. So it's not effective as a wealth preservation tool. So what I'm looking at is basically to accumulate your wealth and also introduce the whole concept of financial gerontology, which has not been done in Malaysia before. So I'm very, as a woman, that, all three of us are women founders, we believe that, there's a real need for this because the financial literacy in Malaysia is very, very low. And we think that there is a real market for this. We are targeting the EPF members first because we believe that a woman who is working would find that this issue a bit more sensitive than a person that's not working or not having an EPF account. Because our EPF account as women tend to be about 30% less than your average male. So with that, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Regina.
Any other questions?
Yep.
Aliyah, let's go.
Hi. I actually resonate very much with this. So thank you. It's really, really good. I think it's very timely, especially for women in Malaysia. So thank you. My two questions, rather one is a question, one is a comment, but I'll stick to the question for now. How are you going to get this word out? And more importantly, how much is this going to cost people like me?
Okay, so basically, our go-to-market strategy, that's why it's very important that for us in terms of the collaboration and the partnerships and stuff like that. So how we're going to get the word out is basically, one is we'll be partnering with insurance companies. If it's not FWD, it'll be others. Then we've already got Suraya of Ringgit as one of our collaborators. I'm already in the 30% club. I'm also in the lead woman. There's a lot of associations that I'm very, very strong in. So this is how we'll be working through the women network. And as part of that, so for instance, if you sign up, that then is basically what we're looking at is that as part of a carrot is we will also give you micro consults to our panel of female experts. Yeah. So for instance, you can talk about, if you're concerned about your women's rights, then we've got Sherry Sharif, who's one of my co-founders. If you're looking about blockchain, then it's Jasmine. If you're looking about financial literacy or just in terms of investment, that's myself, as well as a whole host of other women that are actually coming on board as our experts as well. So that's how we're trying to go to market. Yeah.
Regina, I think probably a little bit clearer, yeah? Are you taking a percent of how much do they own? Like, if say I've got 5 million worth of assets and I get you to, organize this thing for me. So are you taking like a 10%, like a...
No, because this is why we wanted to do this, because lawyers are already can take up to 3% of your entire assets, right? So what we're doing is basically we are trying to get it in as affordable as possible. So what we're trying to charge is basically just $19.99 for a month as a subscription for you to keep that digital vault. And then basically for the plus bit, which we might be coming up much later, if there will be valuation of assets. So for instance, your jewelry, your carpets or whatever, your paintings, if you're looking at it. And then of course, another part of our business model is the fact that we're going to be doing fee sharing with our partners. So for instance, if we manage to upsell certain insurance policies, then we'll be sharing that policy with our insurance partners. Yeah. And we're actually pricing this a lot cheaper than what is actually currently available in the market. So for instance, bereave.com charges $699, and that just deals with your basic wills, right? And then Octowheel actually charges for every single thing. They are charging 99 ringgit for each document that you upload. What we're trying to do is we will be having a X number of storage that we will be charging, but this would be how we're actually entering the market. So pretty much for slightly more than your tall latte in Starbucks, this is what we're charging. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Have you started this, by the way? My last question.
The beta will be out by mid-December, so we will be, if you are interested, I'll be very happy to have you on board as one of our beta testers, Datin. I really like that, yes. Yeah. And any of the jury members who would like to be on our beta test, I'll be more than happy to share that with you, with the link. Yeah.
Cool. I'm sure you'll find me.
Thank you.
Regina, one more question. As I understand well, it's the status of your application or your model is market ready, isn't it? Or
it's not market ready yet. So our beta, our MVP is only coming out in mid-December. So so I've just finished the UI UX. So whatever pages that I had shown you earlier are just basically the Figma bits right now. Yeah. So we've actually already fine-tuned whatever that's in the pitch deck, because we're trying to really make it as easy as possible, because I'm going through it myself and I know that I don't want to be dropping off, right? So in order to ensure that users don't drop off, we're trying to make sure that even if you don't complete the whole picture of all the important information, you still get to the dashboard. The reason for that is that what we're trying to do is that, so let's say if you don't put enough information, then the dashboard will be incomplete, at which point we're hoping that it will also trigger some form of guilt for the user to say, oh my goodness, my dashboard is not complete. I need to upload more information to ensure that I've got a better picture. Yeah.
Okay. And your solution is when you start, is it the users can I register things from Europe or just in the local ones?
Well, currently, so basically what's happening right now is we're just putting the drop downs for the banks and everything will just be local banks at this moment, but we will have an option of others. So if you want to, but that means that you will have to fill it up, because what we're trying to do is try to have those drop down options to make it a lot easier for the users here in Malaysia, which is our first entry market. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Any other questions? Because I think this was the last pitch. We had 5 beautiful entrepreneurs showing up today, even though more have filled out the application, but early bird gets the worm. So those who are here, they will be the first ones who have the chance to win the competition. And I'm really, really happy, guys. I think you had a nice time here. Mentors all were very nice, I have to say. I don't know whether I have to say thank you for that, or I have to say oh guys, why were you not so strict? Because I believe Tamesh can tell you that in the other competitions in Europe, in America, if you see Shark Tank, it's just crazy. Everyone is really, really strict. I saw Andrew coming out sometimes and then trying to be like the real time. But I think this can be also something that we build together, being a bit nicer, a bit more mentoring, a bit more friendly environment where new people can come into this stage and new entrepreneurs with a very little experience can pitch in a very friendly and welcoming and heartwarming environment. And that will actually make you grow better, and that will help you to go for other pitches, which are more strict and more like going for the blood, as we say. So Tamesh, how would you like to close before we start our evaluation? Maybe you want to say a few words on your side, and then I also give the words to Andrew as our partner. So just before we let the startups out for
yeah. Okay. It was, I think all of the pitch was great, actually, as I'm very happy to the jury member, it's not a strict just business questions, but also advise give some advice to the team members, because it's very important to how can we evaluate and how can we grow and step forward. That's why the women startup competition is in life, because the winner of the women startups, that will be a next generation of the women investors into the market. So that's why we're doing that. That's some kind of evaluation, stepping forward. So I'm very happy to be here, and yeah, I'm very curious about what is the final results, because I just see my points, but I will check the others, and let's do the summarize.
Perfect. I would also go to Andrew as our partner for the Women Startup Competition. Do you have anything to say? How did you feel yourself before we let the participants out and we do our decisions?
Well, I think everyone did very well. I'm quite impressed also although it's a two-minute presentation pitch, but I get to see the ideas, and I think everyone also get to know the ideas, right? And able to compare, and also get the different kind of perspective from the VCs, from angel investors, and even from the incubators like me, things like that. So I have to congratulate every one of you for coming online, and some of you, I believe, from different parts of the world, and it's good to have an international collaboration and international pitching like this, so that we can actually learn from one another and know exactly what's going on outside, because we always go through our entrepreneurship journey just being local, but we don't know what's going on outside. And it's important to know what goes on outside, because at the end of the day, your market is too small. You just have to go outside. And particularly those in Malaysia, right? Philippines, I know is big, but I will always tell my Philippine startup to get out of Philippines, and go and do business, right? Think big. So I know some ideas are pretty small, but I think they have potential to think even bigger. For example, like nanny care. In Malaysia, we have a app called Kido Care as well. It started by one of our friends. So that's why I know a lot about that space, right? And I told Pitbee people to say, they have to connect me with you. I can tell you exactly what you should be doing. Right. So there are a lot of potential ideas here. Definitely a lot of potential ideas here. Right. Potential ideas, or even some MVP that I believe they will be able to succeed even one day. So, but when you are successful, please don't forget the women startup, right? Women startup competition. Right? This is the springboard for you to internationalize. Okay, thanks, Andrea, for having me, and I think we will be able to do much better next year.
Yes, I think so. But now we have the idea. Now we know how it works.
Yes, I have the idea now.
Very
I
good.
have a lot of women entrepreneurs with me, actually. I have a lot. I don't know why they don't want to submit.
They're all afraid. So that's why we have to show that we are very friendly. Now we are live. They can see we don't bite. So
yeah, that's
now
right.
They will apply.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And thank you for Tamesh also for bringing the Women Startup Competition to Southeast Asia. We will talk more. Let me just give a very short applause for all of you.
Hey.
Thank you so much. And now we will ask you, 5 of you. So Etsy Farm, Nanny Care, Book My Spot, Come On Baby, and also Wahin to leave the space. And before you leave, I would like to ask the jury, what do you think, how long we need, Tamesh, to evaluate, so that we can give a real time for them to come back around 6 o'clock, 6:10, 6:15? What do you think, Tamesh, from your experience?
I have to leave early because I have something else to do, pick up my daughter. So
don't forget to make your evaluation.
I have a daddy duty to do. So,
What I ask you, Andrew, is to do your evaluation. So before you leave,
Yeah.
just make sure
I
that
already
it
done
was-
that, so
Okay.
I just need to
Okay.
submit, is it?
Yes, you need
And
to
the-
submit on deposit.io. Tamash, tell me if you
Yeah.
see Andrew's
You have to say use the save button, and after that the submit your evaluation form. That is the last button.
Okay, I already submitted. Job done.
Okay, so Tamash, can you
Great.
see the submission so that we double check?
Yeah, just a minute.
Yes, and then I let you go. I don't let you go until that is not in the system. I have to be strict with you too.
So I will see you again tomorrow, right?
Yes, for your
Okay,
speech.
great. All right. Okay then. Goodbye.
see
All the
that.
best, and keep it
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew.
Okay,
and for the
bye-bye.
rest, let's see, Tamash, you think 20 minutes? It's okay for us to discuss?
Yeah,
So
I
see
think
you
that's
back,
more than
all
it.
the startups here who competed today. See you back at 6 p.m. Singapore or Malaysian time for your announcements. Okay. See you guys.
See
Thank
you.
you so much. See you. I will stop the live